Could you talk a bit more on, and before Special Olympics happened to you, what was your life like?
Yeah, so my life's busy, always. I like to be busy.
That's good.
I really enjoy, a full life of family, friends, travel, education. I've always felt driven for more and fueled to, and very much I feel like you go on the journey and you're programmed almost for a future, and you get, you travel or you do things, you get inspired, you meet people, but really you're pretty focused on achieving what's in your mind that you think you will achieve. And I think, you work incredibly hard, and sometimes you come up for air and you go, and you kind of get a sense check, and then you go back down and work again. And I think my life was very much, like that. Children were a big chapter in my life. Being able to have children was not straightforward. And then when you have children, that's not straightforward. And I think that gave me, that part of my life, I'll say, gave me a lot. It put me back into study. When we were trying to have children and it was difficult, it made me return to my want to do further study. And that hadn't happened when I first set out to do it, when I went and lived overseas. And I ended up on a career path through work, and this hurdle and not wanting to keep hitting a wall made me go study, go do what open another door, because you're hitting.
Could you talk a bit more on, what are your role with SOA, but broadly what, you've been involved in? Yeah,
sure. So my study, I did the triple major in accounting, marketing and finance at UWA, and then went into, working in commercial property whilst I was studying. So a wonderful way to learn when you've got a practical application. And I was gifted a love of accounting, which is quite random, but being able to tie something in a bow and have a balance and be able to walk away is something quite rare. Gives you a focus and reward for numbers, I would say. And then I went in on a path I met my husband very young. I met him when I just turned 19. He asked me to dance with him in a bar, and we had a wonderful time traveling, and it took us a long time to get married, and then looked to have children. And when it didn't go to plan, it put me on another tangent, and I went and did more study abroad. Hugh and I were the first married couple in the world to do the program for leadership development at Harvard, which was awesome. Our careers, are intertwined, mine being in commercial property and then working overseas in the UK for property companies, and then coming back and into our family business. So our family business is, multifaceted. It has commercial property portfolio, it has hospitality businesses. So it's fun. It's fun, good people, amazing relationships that you build with, various facing. It's multi-industry. You deal with sort of every part of community, in some ways. We're customer facing, we're contractors, we're tenants, landlord tenants. There's so many different relationships. So it's really varied and interesting. Really diverse. Yeah, really diverse.